It's a shame that Wendy has COVID. Wendy, I am certainly wishing you well. As a Wendy watcher and somebody who even listened to Wendy Williams back when I was at Princeton, a college student, I listened to her when she was on Hot 97. Me and my roommate Cecily, we'd listen to her in our dorm rooms. We were in Princeton, New Jersey, and of course the show was out of New York. According to recent reports, Wendy Williams, the popular talk show host, has recently been diagnosed with a breakthrough case of COVID-19. It was released on her Instagram account for her show, The Wendy Williams Show. It says verbatim, while continuing her health evaluations, Wendy has tested positive for a breakthrough case of COVID-19. It then goes on to say that to allow Wendy time to quarantine and fully recover and to abide by sort of protocols, etc., the show then states that they will begin the 13th season of The Wendy Williams Show on Monday, October 4th. So for those of you Wendy watchers, you don't have long to wait for the season opener. But the more important news is the fact that Wendy Williams has come down with apparently a breakthrough COVID-19 case. Breakthrough COVID cases, again, is when somebody is fully vaccinated against COVID, either with 2 doses of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. It's been at least 2 weeks since their second dose, or they've received the J&J vaccine. It's been 2 weeks since their dose of J&J. We do know that breakthrough cases can happen. They've always been expected, but according to the CDC and other data that we have, breakthrough infections apparently are low. Now, this is the thing, breakthrough infections are not something that should keep us, or the possibility rather of a breakthrough infection should not deter any of us from getting the COVID vaccine. It should not also make us think that the COVID vaccine is not effective. In fact, it is quite effective. These vaccines do a great job at preventing severe illness and hospitalization and death, which is really probably the main point of the vaccines. We do know that it's possible to get COVID infected, but just to sort of restate this a different way, if you're vaccinated and you get infected with COVID, your chance of dying, your chance of being hospitalized, your chance of becoming severely ill and being put on a ventilator is much less than it would be if you were not vaccinated. Again, that is one of the main points of the vaccine, and it is doing this. Now, what's happening then, you say? Well, we've got the Delta variant. We've got COVID. We've got schools that are back in session, that there are places and regions throughout the country, not New York or the New York area mostly where Wendy shoots her show at least, but there are a lot of places throughout the country that are not interested in mask mandates, and there are many places not requiring vaccines, etc. So when we have pockets of people who are not only unvaccinated, but also areas and places where people are not masking and using protective protocols, well then COVID can spread, and this is what's continuing the spread of our COVID virus. It's a shame that Wendy has COVID. Wendy, I am certainly wishing you well. As a Wendy watcher and somebody who even listened to Wendy Williams back when I was at Princeton, a college student, I listened to her when she was on Hot 97. Me and my roommate Cecily, we'd listen to her in our dorm rooms. We were in Princeton, New Jersey, and of course the show was out of New York. I feel like I have I've grown up in some ways with Wendy Williams and her commentary. So, Wendy, we certainly wish you well. We hope that you are faring well, and that it's implied that you are fully vaccinated by the fact that your show is implying you have a breakthrough infection. So we hope that your infection is not severe and that you're doing okay. This is a note to everyone out there, though. Get your COVID vaccines. That's the most important thing we can do right now, in addition to wearing masks and using other protocols. So with that, let's stay diligent. Let's not lose steam. Let's forge ahead. And Wendy, our hearts and our prayers are with you. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert. If you've not subscribed to my channel and clicked the little bell for updates, please do. I'll be back soon.